This weekend we're going to be teaching the art of creating impactful presentations, whether it be a live presentation, webinars, so doing online presentations, basically how to sell your products and services, going through an entire formula from idea to execution. So it's going to be great. Kicking off in a circle weekend, happening right here in the headquarters. First time actually in the headquarters, so it's actually very refreshing to be able to do it here. Very familiar, like our last few we've obviously used other facilities, and it feels good to be home. A great weekend. We're going to be diving deep into a number of different things. What I like to do is we always give them the what's new. So that's the great thing about being a part of a community where you do come together and number one, you get to work on specific topics that are going to help you and your business move forward. And I always like to share, what's new, some things that are happening, things that we're testing, using at the moment, that they can go away and implement and try out themselves as well. Whenever I fly business or whenever I go anywhere, I'll make sure I highlight and spotlight it, because it's part of what the attraction of the life that is about, Yeah, and that success leaves clues. That's a clue to go in someone's mind, whilst it's not a direct, hey man, you don't need to go, I love being able to travel and my business is operating by itself, you go that angle. It's more the showcasing it, the long play to it. Just after we did the Dubai and Maldives trip, where we flew business and all of that, and I took photos of it, and some dude reached out to me for coaching. I said to him, what made you reach out to me? He goes, I've been following you for some time, but your photo you posted of, balling up in the Maldives and, flying business and all that. He goes, well, I'd rather learn from a coach who's doing that. And it doesn't have to be a lot. TAI Lopez does it perfectly well. The people who hate on him are just jealous at the level of fucking awareness he's getting. So if you've got 4 cars in your garage that are all like $500,000 plus, who gives a fuck if you're leasing them or you own them? You got 4 cars, you've got to have something to have those 4 cars in the garage to start with. They don't just roll up into your house. But it's the lifestyle, right? But he does it better than anyone. He gives the element of, I call it edutainment. It's giving the education and the entertainment. So people can see into that life and see what it would be like. They're basically a fly on the wall into that life. Some things to share with you guys which we're really excited about. Well, a few months ago I realised I probably wasn't still playing a bigger game as I know I can play. Even though on the outside it can look like it's, I'm doing a lot of stuff. But I realised there was another level to me. So we started a new company called Campbell Media Group. We're creating a digital marketing agency, so a done-for-you digital marketing agency. It was something that I've been battling with the last probably 18 months. The biggest thing that I know working with everyone is you can share the strategy better than how do I still fucking do it, right? It's the how-to. I was ignoring the knock at the door for a very long time. In fact, I was putting it there because I thought it was something different, but I've actually now decided to pull the trigger on that, so things are moving pretty well. Chris, who is, there he is there, he's joined the team. He's an amazing part of the team. He's one of our digital marketing strategists. So we're going to be really growing and scaling that business quite rapidly. We want to become the best digital marketing agency in Australia. So we're setting our targets really high with that as well. And of course, the All or Nothing show that we've been doing. Taking on a project at that level of doing a daily video every single day. I think we're up to, what's this, episode 40? Yeah. Episode 40 now. So we're doing 12 months of this thing, which is great from an accountability level. I've had dreams where we've missed days, and it was a nightmare. But we're doing that for the long play. I talk about this a lot in the long and the short play of what we can do in business, and whilst I'm a big believer in both, I think there's massive strength in the long game, especially when you know what that ultimate vision can lead to. And to give you guys just a little inside premise as well, which I've only told a couple of people this, but because you're my family, I want to share that, is I realised with our Unleash Your Greatness brand, which is something that's obviously something we're still driving, we're moving and we're wanting to grow as well, because that's really what I've been put on this earth to do. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and very successful businessman. It was the dilemma of, and I know I'm sharing this because I know a lot of you will be able to relate to this, because we've all got different hands and different pies, and we've got so many different things that we want to be doing at the same time, and it's like, how do you juggle that shit? And for me, it was I know with the Campbell Media Group, we can grow that to a 8-9 figure business, and if that ain't a representation of someone unleashing their greatness, then I don't know what is. Which it was a big awakening for me when that was brought to my thought process, because that, in essence, doing that is actually, it's almost the short-term gratification for unleashing my greatness here versus give it 2-3 years. What would unleash your greatness look like then? So it's making those decisions and those, which went against a lot of what I originally necessarily thought, in the sense of, if I really want to be doing the Unleash Your Greatness, I should just go all in on that right now, which I could. However, that might take, or it would, in my eyes, take a longer route than if I was to apply, my unique abilities and my resources here right now to be able to fast track that process. So I hope that makes sense to you, because I haven't really articulated it before like that. But I think it's important for us to know, because we're always juggling many different things. And I know that because I work with every one of you and I know what you're all up to. Yesterday I went to start the Jeep up and I looked at the key and the dog had put his tooth through he just basically bit on the end here. And then I went to start the car and it didn't work. I was like, damn, so I got this key. And I rang up Jeep to get a spare key. Guess how much a spare key is for me to get? $920. See, good story, eh? It was worth the wait. 920 bucks, almost lost my shit. We now only have one dog. Emily thinks he ran away. Strategist to businesses up to 40 million in revenue. So that there again is I'm just positioning, and that comes from the information that we gathered with regards to basically your bullet point bio, so to speak, of what you've done, what you've achieved. If you've consulted to a billionaire, you need to claim that. If you're the highest paid personal trainer, you need to claim that, right? So already by doing that, by saying I'm a consultant to businesses up to 40 million in revenue, that positions me as an automatic expert. Automatically it positions. This is the whole point of this. How are you positioning yourself so people are going to stay on? Because this is your first ones, I'd lead them into the discovery call. How I would do it is I'd go, let's say the online business accelerator is a $5,000 course. I would go through the course. I'd say, I've created a program for this is what it is, bang, 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 but I'm not asking you to buy it right now. In fact, you can't buy it, it's by application process only, because there's a limited number of people. But here's what I am doing, is I'd like to offer you the lead generation strategy call, where I'm going to sit down with you for 60 minutes, and this is what it looks like, bang, 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 bang. At the end, I'm gonna give you my best lead generation strategy by far, but I'm also wanting to do this because I want to see if you're the best fit for this program. Because I'm looking for people who want to generate more leads, more fans, blah, 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 blah. Right, so you really build it up. And they're pre-indoctrinated, they're already pre-qualified, because they're not going to get on a discovery call with you and you're trying to sell them a $2,000 course, because they already know you've got a course. For me, it's the simple of how to build an email list for free, how to do this for, it doesn't have to be overcomplicated, it doesn't have to be a technical thing.
I guess obviously the hook is the key.
It is the key.
That's the best, that has to be the best.
It has to be good, yeah. It's like don't hold your best singing voice for the last verse.
Yeah, so that's why I guess it's really important. Is that?
Look, here's the reality. If you believe you're one of the best, say that you're one of the best. Take the stance. I'm known as one of the best transformation experts in the world. If you're happy to stand up to that and ride it and wear it, take it. Because it adds instant credibility. It's that belief in ourselves of, are we willing to go out there and you don't go, well, I'm known as one of the best transformation experts. On to the next slide. Let's get into the content. You got to claim it, and you got to own it, because when someone says, look, I'm the best at this, or one of the best, and the framing of I'm the best versus one of the best, removes so much barrier. You know, I say I'm known as one of the best, and I am known, not by the entire world though, but I'm known in circles that I'm one of the best at XYZ. And it doesn't mean you have to be like, I'm the best, so I've got to be better than Elon Musk in business to be one of the best in business. You know, it's comparative. What are you comparing it to? You know. So we're nearing the end of day one. I was going to say day two. Feels like it. End of day one. We've got everyone out there working. What we've done is we have gotten now to a point where everyone is now constructing their very own compelling webinar, their very own compelling presentation that they can then go and present to their market to be able to take them through what we'd call the client's perfect journey. So right now, everyone's out there. The beautiful thing is we've been able to probably speed this process up by about 6 months. They're literally going through my presentations, my emails that we've crafted, that's taken us years and years to be able to perfect. So they're now putting their words. We've done the discovery phase this morning, really found out what does their customer want, need, etc. And now it's just a matter of putting it into plan. So by the end of today, everyone should have at least 50% of their webinar created, ready to rock and roll. All right, day one ended. Fantastic day. I'm going to do something a little bit different than usual. Is I'm going to hand over to these peeps to close out the day. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you really like me? Tell everyone.
Can we change the scale?
Fair call. Fair call.
How many verticals? How many verticals?
We'd have to be up to about 60, wouldn't we?
Is that it?
There's a book coming. There is, metaphorically speaking. We'll create for each Britafor an actual visual story. I'll get a visual story made up. I don't know who's going to do that, but a lot of time used in that. Yeah, hopefully people listen and watch it. All right, that's us. We're done. Thank you.